In this video, we talk with well-known YouTuber Jessica Stansberry. With well over 6 figures in subscribers and millions of views, Jessica helps entrepreneurs get seen and make more money on autopilot. Jessica holds nothing back and shares some of her best tips when it comes to building, selling, and scaling digital products to help creators like you make more money and grow your audience online.
Hi, I'm Jessica Stansberry, and I teach entrepreneurs how to use content to sell their passive products. So I create a lot of content that sells my things, that sell them the idea to sell the things, to create the content to sell the things.
Very
you
meta.
know what I mean?
Super meta.
Like, it's like I'm doing what I'm teaching. So very much so content marketing and teaching people how to make more money in their sleep so they're not having to like hustle as hard.
Got it.
We still like a hustle.
Right.
You know, Dolly Parton, she hustles, right? But like, not as hard.
Got it.
Yeah.
So what are the top 2 reasons that you think creators should sell digital products?
Oh my goodness. Well, one, they're passive, right? In the like definition of passive, you know, like you create it once and you can sell it 1,000,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
You can create something once and sell it to 1,000,000 people, right? You can get 1,000,000 people in something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's so much less creation per person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then also they're fairly easy. Like digital products are not a hard thing to do, and that's the state of the world, right? Like, oh my gosh, at all the information about NFTs, which are not the same as digital products, obviously, but I don't really know because I don't know anything about them. I don't think they are, but it's there's monkeys involved. I don't know, but the Bored Ape Club, have you, I'm so confused.
I was wondering where you were pulling monkeys from, but
that's where it came from.
Yeah.
And I've learned
That's
more.
the Illuminati, though.
Oh, I don't even freaking know. I've learned more recently here, but still, like, digital products are the future. Like, it's just what it is. Like, people, instead of having to sell, a physical thing, and obviously there's still room for that, but like, we can sell knowledge, we can sell experiences digitally, and it's awesome.
What are some important essentials to consider when building out a digital product?
Yeah, who your person is. I would say that would be like number one. People forget who their person is and go for more of like what they want to do.
Yeah.
I want to create this, but I have a whole audience full of like these people,
Right.
And so who your person is, and then at what stage in the process of your other things does this digital product live? So most people are not making a living selling digital product. I mean, they are, you can, but most people are like, they're a piece of the puzzle.
Right.
So at what point in the puzzle do they fit? Are they at the top of the funnel? Are they middle of the funnel? Are they at the bottom of the funnel? So that you can kind of figure out like what is best for those digital products and like how they can then make you even more money, right? Like if you sell that digital product and then it leads to something else. Yeah.
What do you think are like the best approaches or strategies for scaling up digital product sales?
Growing an audience or throwing ad money at it, right? I mean, if you can run a Facebook ad that's going to sell your digital product, then like you don't necessarily need the audience there. You're going to be building it as you sell, right? But most of the time it's going to be building an audience who actually cares about it. So YouTube, Instagram, like whatever, where we can build an audience who wants the things we're selling. Because if you only have 100 people who want it, you can only sell so many, right? But if you have 1,000, you can sell that many more. If you have 100,000, you can sell that many more. So building that audience that really wants those things.
Is the word digital product, is that exclusive to a one-time sale, or can it apply to a membership?
It can apply to
subscription.
Yeah, it can apply to really anything. I think like some people get in the weeds about this. They're like, this is a digital product. This is a membership. This is an online course. But it's all digital. Like it doesn't, to me, it doesn't matter. But like digital products are generally like that one-time saley situation, but they're sold the same as a membership, online course, whatever.
Got it. When it comes to selling, what are your like 3 best tips for selling digital?
For selling? Don't sell That's my number one. Do you like that?
Flipping the script.
Everybody's like, what? So don't sell on, like, if your content is going to be selling for you, but you're constantly selling, people are not going to watch the content.
Right.
So building out ways to actually sell this on autopilot is key, right? Because then you're not, because again, the whole point of this is to keep them from like hustling to make a sale. Like, I don't need to like go up to you in the mall and spritz you with perfume, like to get you to buy my thing, right? And so like, I need it to sell on its own. So finding a way to like funnel it or create content that funnels into it or whatever would be number one. Number two would be making a good product and really understanding where the value proposition is there, what the person's going to get out of it. And then incorporating that in your sales. Like, if it doesn't go anywhere, like, it's not going to go anywhere, like if you know all that, but then it doesn't go on the sales page or it doesn't go in the marketing emails or the videos or whatever to like sell it, nobody's ever going to know that you know what their problem is,
right?
And then the third thing to sell would be, I don't know, 2 is good enough for me. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think if you're not selling like every video, do you use like a specific cadence of like, let's say if you're publishing 1 video a week, like then 1 video a month, I'll include like a hard pitch. But the rest of the time, people know there will be a link in the description and people will know that they can explore my brand, but I'm not going to make that hard sell except for 1 or 2 times a month. Do you have a specific approach?
Absolutely. And you hit the nail on the head. It's usually about once a month. I tell people 20% of the time. So whatever that equals, right? Like based on, and sometimes it's like 25, but like whatever. So yes, like 20% of the time, 80% of the time, really driving value, really attracting the people who are going to want it. And then 20% of the time, like going for that hard sell and being like, hey, buy my thing.
That's good. And then as somebody who has a flourishing YouTube channel, how do you strike the balance between, and this is kind of off course from any questions I had planned, but how do you strike the balance between like sponsorships or brand deals and being your own brand deal?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question, because this is something I have navigated in the last few years. Like, I never took brand deals. We got pitched and I was like, the answer's no. Like, we do not do it. Up until 2020, when they were like literally flooding my inbox. And I was like, I'm leaving so much money on the table here, So for me, I'm very picky, number one. Very, very picky. It has to be really directly related to my audience and something that I know that they would love, because I've built such a trust by not taking brand deals that if there's going to be a brand, it's going to be amazing, right? But then, two, I do very, very few of them.
Right.
It kind of fits into that 20% too. So if we're 20%ing, then I'm cutting myself short.
Got it.
By creating a brand deal. And I look at my YouTube channel, I look at my everything as more of a business than a creator channel. That's not what I'm trying to like accomplish. I am a creator and I want to do that, but it's not like the end goal. There's a higher goal than that, So I take them when they're great, but I make sure they're like few and far between to not like crush that, my own sales, but also that trust I have with my audience.
Got it. And then what is your number one filming tip?
Ooh, number one. That's a good question. Start with what you have.
What did you start with?
My phone. Hands down. And it was a crappy phone. Like it was like 2016. So it wasn't like the phones were like they are now.
I mean, they were still pretty decent.
Oh yeah, they were better than like,
right.
Before that. But yeah, start with what you have. People get so in their head with like, oh, I've got to have a fancy mic and a fancy camera. And you really do not. And there are plenty of channels or any kind of video platform that people are just filming with their phone, especially now. iPhone 13 in that like cinematic mode. It looks exactly the same as my $6,000 camera. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel a little gypped by it, but that's okay. It's fine. Start with what you have.
That's great. Where can people find you online?
Sure. My YouTube channel is just my name, Jessica Stansberry. And then Instagram is kind of my second place to hang out. So @Jessica Stansberry is just my handle there to hang out. I said that backwards. My handle to hang out.
I think you nailed it.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can learn more about Jessica by checking out her channel and website using the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you're gonna love watching the video on screen right now. Let's see if they're right. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.